Morning. Let me turn on another light. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody is having a great morning. Hope you're ready to get this day started. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Special. So what better place to be than here with me? Let me turn on the extra light here. So maybe that'll help. It's a little dark this morning. I'm not sure why. Maybe that'll help. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and how do you do? I'd like to introduce myself to you.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. I can barely hear you. I'm gonna see. Can you turn it up a little bit on your end?
I got it up. Maybe it's just my voice because I got it up as far as it'll go. Hold on. Is
Okay.
that better?
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
For some reason it
Mhm.
was. I don't know if it was because you were closer or what. But
I think I
anyway,
didn't have the
good.
volume up. That's all. I didn't have it all the
Okay.
way up.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hey, well, I know your family be like, I don't know why you can't hear her, right?
Cause you know JoJo got a loud mouth. So why is you pretending like you can't hear her?
Right. Yes, guys, good morning, y'all. Thank you for joining us as we move forward on this Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. Take action Tuesday, guys. It's time to
It
do
is Take
something
Action
about whatever it
Tuesday.
is you need to do something about, right?
Yes,
It's time
ma'am.
to
That's
move.
right.
It's time to move. All right, guys.
Time
So,
to move.
I just had a couple of things I need to just get off my chest this morning. One of
Oh,
them, one of them is exciting news. I don't know if y'all saw Chick-fil-A is getting into meal
I knew
kits.
how I knew you were gonna know that part. I knew you were gonna know that. I knew that.
Girl, girl, yes. I'm excited about that thing. You know how you are on Sunday. I don't know about you, but I know about me. So I'm just gonna talk about me for a second. I know how I am on Sunday. When I pass by Chick-fil-A and I'm like, dog, they closed, right? And you really want to go in there and get some nuggets or get a chicken sandwich on Sunday, but you can't. But now they had those meal kits, so I hope they tasted, about the same, right? But I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to see what that looks like because they can deliver those meals, those kits here any day.
And I
That's all
know
I'm
you're
saying
gonna be
about
the
that.
first one to help them out.
Girl, yes, I'll do the research. I'll help, anything y'all need Chick-fil-A, just, call your girl. Actually, you don't even have to just call me. My niece is worse than I am. She keeps the Chick-fil-A app open on her phone. Anywhere, anytime that she
I
needs
ain't even
somebody
mad
to,
at
I
them.
mean, hey, I told her she need to make sure she has plenty of stock over in Chick-fil-A. That's all I'm
Mhm.
saying about that one. The other thing that I need to just pick a bone with, and I have to pick my bone with y'all because I don't want to pick it with this person in real life because I don't know who she is, and I don't know if she watches this show or not. But her name is apparently Sunshine, and she had the audacity, to put a note on my husband's car out here in front of our yard, out here in front of our house.
Not
She,
sunshine.
yes, she did. She signed it Sunshine. Well, Sunshine, I don't want to rain on your parade, but if you come back this way,
You gonna get busted to the white meat, dog. I got you, man.
I'm,
I
I'm
got you,
just
girl. Don't
saying.
worry about it.
I'm
They
just
don't
saying,
know. I'm
really,
country. I got you, girl.
in,
I got you,
in
man.
this day and time, Lord have mercy. See, on these type of situations, this is when I you know, Sometimes you have to regret back.
Good. Look. All right, Gina. Where my
Right, it's
Vaseline
time to
at?
take the earrings off, put the
Honey,
hair back.
you
Right,
didn't
it's
know?
time to, like they used to say, do it for the vine, and or put it on the Willie Williams show. I don't know if you've ever watched the Willie Williams show on YouTube. He
Uh-uh.
he actually does videos and recaps videos that other people post. And
Uh-huh.
he talks about them on YouTube. Anyway, he's funny. That would be a Willie Williams video. If you don't know who he is, go look him up. Go look him up. All right,
Lord,
y'all. Let's
don't beat Sunshine to the white meat. Please don't beat
now.
her up. But tell her next time she up on Robbie Demon's car, it's on, honey.
Why would you do that though? I don't get it. And then had the
Why you
audacity to
leaving
put
note on his car in front of his house?
right, and then gonna put in there, I hope this is not weird. She wrote on there, I hope this is not weird, and she put her phone number on the note, and she signed her name Sunshine and put it on his car. But you know he gonna
Mm,
bring it to me and say, look what somebody left on my car, right?
mm.
Sunshine, get a life. Let's do that. Get a life,
Good
get
morning. Oh,
Google, and get
today's
your
your birthday.
questions
Happy
answered.
birthday. Huh?
I said Sunshine need to get to Google and get her questions answered. Don't try to put no questions on the call with a
I,
phone number,
I
thinking
know that's
somebody gonna
right,
call you.
honey. He ain't got no answers for you. Not now one. Not now one.
Okay, now let y'all. I got that out. I had to get that out this morning. I had to get that out. I had to get that out about Chick-fil-A, and I had to get that out about that crazy Sunshine. Good morning. Is it JC on? Oh, it's another
Today's his
JC on. I
birthday.
thought there was only one. Or is it Jay Sean? Either way, good morning.
Today's his
Thank you for
birthday.
joining
Yesterday was
us.
his birthday. Was it yesterday?
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Awesome sauce. Greatness is born in July. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Greatness is
Jesus.
born in July. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead with our financial confession and conversation this morning. I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. And the topic this morning is looking at moving from struggle to success, right? Why are you struggling in your finances? And what are some of those steps that you can do to get out of that? How do you overcome? Because one of the things that we talk about here often on the show is how do you build generational wealth? All right, all right. He says his birthday is today. Nonetheless, greatness is born in July. That's all I have to say.
Oh, Lord.
And in looking at this, how do you move from your struggle to success when it comes to your finances, guys? The reason that we oftentimes struggle in our finances, and this is a personal story, personal experience as well, and a journey that I had to come through. So now I'm helping others to get through that process as well. Was the number one thing that I did, y'all, was I didn't prioritize. I didn't prioritize what was most important to me at that time. And in many cases, if you don't prioritize your money, meaning you don't know what's coming in, you don't know what's going out, you haven't taken the opportunity to actually look at what's most important to you. Because oftentimes what we get caught up in, what they used to say is uh, living like the Joneses, right? Did you know the Joneses are in debt? I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying, right? If you're still trying to live that lifestyle, you have not prioritized your finances, you have not developed or devised a budget, you're still living paycheck to paycheck, you're still living in debt, is because you have not prioritized what is most important to you. Because you're
Mm-hmm.
out there looking at everyone else and what everyone else is doing. So, first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost, guys, you have to prioritize. The second one is you're not sure how long it's going to take you to get to whatever it is that you want to get to. Why do you don't know how long it's going to take you? Because you haven't set a goal. You haven't set any goals around what it is that you want to achieve. And without a goal, without a plan, that is a plan. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you fail to plan, right, you've planned to fail. We hear that over and over and over. If you fail to plan, you've planned to fail. And that goes back to our quote this morning that I completely missed giving to you. So I'm going to stop for a second and share it with you. Our Fearless Morning quote this morning was from Charles Swindoll. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. So how are you reacting to these different situations? How did I react to sunshine this morning, right? Instead of
Better
going
than
in here
me,
feeling
honey,
negative,
because you. I've
I
been
didn't
calling
go,
from the side phone.
I didn't go over there and find out who Sunshine was. I came here to my safe space and I talked to y'all about it.
Man, did we lose you? Right in the middle of Sunshine story. Let's give her a minute. Hopefully she'll come right back to us. She usually does. I'll give it just a second. See if she comes back. Guys, thank you so much for joining the Fearless Morning Show as we wait for Lynn to come. Is calling or has called, and so she'll come right back. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddle, the only Live Past Crazy special. So what better place to be? Time out every morning to come on the Fearless Morning Show with us, because we know you don't always have to be here with us and spend your time with the Fearless Morning Show. If you missed the show yesterday, I talked about the Fearless thought for the day is there's not enough time. There's not enough time for you to continue to wait to do what it is that you need to do. You know, that dream that you've been thinking about, that one thing you've always been wanting to do. You don't have time to sit and wait not to do it. Time is precious and you have very little. If you're like me, we're well into our 40s, 43 and proud, and we don't have time to sit and analyze and think. You just have to. Now I want you to make a sound decision, but you've got to make some action, because if you had that dream in your teens and in your 20s and in your 30s, it should be coming to fruition in your 40s. If you haven't even started working on it, now is a great time. You'd be amazed once you start working on something, what you can achieve and what can happen once you are focused on it. So that was yesterday's topic, that you don't have enough time to sit and wait and think about, oh, well, maybe I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Those words should no longer be in your vocabulary. You should have a different vocabulary, because when you change your language, guys, when you change your language, you change your thought process. And then I've just posted the show for you right there, so you can go back and watch the show yesterday, where we talked about there is just not enough time, and Lynn goes over the best stocks to own right now. All right, I caught them up on yesterday.
Okay, girl. I was like, look at this. I'm being mean about Sunshine, and here we go getting kicked out. But I don't care, Sunshine. You still was wrong.
We see you, Sunshine. We got you, girl. I got you, boo.
Right.
I'm from Far City. Don't get it twisted. My daddy taught me how to fight early.
Right, guys. Yes. So let me go back. Let me backtrack just a little bit. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. That's by Charles Swindoll. The thing about it is we're not going to lay down and be carpets over here, right?
Yeah.
That means
Yes,
no one's going to walk over you. Don't mistake the kindness for a weakness. That's all we have to say, y'all, about that. So let's talk about this moving from struggle to success, right, in your finances. What are the things we need to do? We were talking about prioritizing and make sure you have those things in order that you want to accomplish, so that you know exactly where it is. Because, guys, the number one rule that you must remember, and write this down, somebody. The number one rule that you must remember is nothing gets better until you admit that something's wrong.
Amen.
And I'm
That
going
is
to pause
correct.
for the cause just one more second. Nothing gets better until you admit that something's wrong. How many times is it?
Yes, get out my topic, girl. Get off my topic.
Yes, how many times is it, guys, that we'll continue to do these things? We'll continue to be in these financial situations. We'll continue to struggle. We'll continue to do things the way we've always done. We'll continue. JoJo will say you'll stay in that crazy, right? Because you have not figured out or recognized the fact that nothing gets better until you recognize, acknowledge, identify, admit that something is wrong. Good morning, lady. You here at the perfect time that you were meant here to be
You
here.
at the
Oh,
right morning,
but
lady.
lady, we needed you this morning because I had to tell. I had to.
Oh, and lady is the lady. Let me tell you something. Lady be the one to be driving the car. What?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Lady,
I'm calling all the girls. I'm calling
lady be the
all,
first
and
lady.
I need
Somebody,
us.
Sunshine, done left a note on Robbie Cardo talking about call me. We got a lady, ain't that right? We'll bust her head to the white meat. Lady, a nurse. We can beat her down and fix her up and send her right on back on her way.
We'll take our time with that fixing situation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. So getting back to the message at hand, moving from struggle to success, nothing gets better until you admit that something is wrong. So how do we recognize those things inside of our finances that are going to help us to move to our next? First and foremost, guys, and many of us don't like to hear this. We don't like to have this conversation, but it's the truth, whether you accept it or not. The borrower is servant to the lender. What does that mean? Y'all, that our debt situation is a problem for many of us. And why are we in debt? Because we continue to do things that we've always done and expecting different results. Yeah, we crazy, but we serious about this thing and on the real. Right?
Please don't get it twisted.
Right, we're tripping about it on this video, but yeah, exactly, Sunshine. Don't get it twisted, boo. All right. Um, so looking at moving from success to struggle, guys, we have to recognize that in our finances, and there's a huge debate out there, and I'm all about this. Debt can be a deterrent. It can be the thing that holds you back until you learn how to leverage the debt so that it helps you to move to a different situation. Anytime you can leverage your debt and it's going to move you to a better place, then that is a tremendous opportunity of what the rich call OPM, right? Using other people's money to get to your next. Using other people's money, leveraging the opportunity to get to that next thing that is going to now give you an ROI. Remember, an ROI is a return on your investment. So what are those things that you can do differently with your debt? So that's something I want you to start thinking about. How we go from the struggle to success. How can you now leverage the debt that you have so that it's providing an opportunity for you, it's making money for you, that it's doing things differently for you, right? So how do we now take this and turn this opportunity around? We have to ask ourselves a set of questions. And these are the questions that you need to ask yourself when you start thinking through, you start prioritizing, you start setting these goals. What is the impact of this on me? First and foremost, what's the impact on you? And then what's the impact on your family for these particular goals? Because you have to understand that there are certain things that you need to do. And I put up a post, I don't know if all of you saw it yesterday, is we have to recognize the difference between having fun and having funds, FUNDS, right? Sometimes you got to give up things to get to the next. Recognize the difference between having fun, FUN, and having funds, FUNDS, so that you can get to your next. So what are those things that you can now do differently? What do you need to do, right? Go through and think about it. You have to set up a plan for you, for your family. How do I now, recognizing that something is wrong, I'm admitting to myself that something is wrong. Now, what are the steps that I need to do to take to change that situation? See, it's Take Action Tuesday, y'all. It's Take Action Tuesday, and it's time for us to have a courageous conversation and start looking at some of these things differently that we're doing. And we say, well, I don't want to have to live in lack, and I don't want to have to be on the struggle bus all the time. Well, you'll continue to stay on the struggle bus if you continue to do things the way that you've always done. Let's just be real about that, right?
Well, wait a minute.
You trip me out every time you say that, okay? But
That's
I
true.
wait on it. I wait on it, right? So, guys, so when we look at our situations, we have to be truthful with ourselves. What is it that is wrong in this situation? Admit that you see that this is wrong, and then take the steps to make those changes. See, one of the things that was wrong for me, guys, I had to see it for myself that all of this debt was a problem. And it wasn't until I transitioned. See, there are things you have to do. And I haven't talked about the debt snowball method in a long time. But the debt snowball method, guys, once you get that and get started and working in it, right? And the debt snowball method basically just says that you've actually went through, you've looked at your debts, you've put them in order, you found your low-hanging fruit, right? And you put everything at that one debt. Everything you can, you put it at that debt so you can pay off that low-hanging fruit. That's the easiest one to pay off the quickest, right? Once you get that, you celebrate for a minute. Don't celebrate too much. Don't celebrate too hard. Don't celebrate too long. Just celebrate for a minute. Yes, I got that one off. But then you take all of that money and you apply it to the next debt, right? And it's simple in words. But once you get in there, guys, the thing that's going to help you to keep going and to keep moving is to be consistent and to know your why, right? Know your why. And I saw a beautiful post the other day. I think it was on LinkedIn. She said, and it said the thing more important than knowing your why is knowing your you. Understanding who you are at your core helps you to also see your why so that you can now work towards what it is that you want to do. And oftentimes, many of us guys, we don't even know ourselves because we've been so dedicated, so committed, so just pushed down, working for somebody else in every area of their lives. And I'm not just talking about a job. I'm talking about if you have children, you did everything in your power for your children, and you continue to do everything in your power for your children. We are grown, but I do know that my mom, she will stop everything, stop, drop, and roll everything for us, right? And that's what moms do. That's what parents do. Or even in your relationship, you stop, drop, and roll for your man or for your woman. You stop, drop, and roll for your preacher or for the deacon. You stop, drop, and roll for everybody else in your life, but you won't stop, drop, and roll for you, right? You won't stop, drop, and roll for you until your body say you gotta stop. Right? So we now have to recognize, guys, that nothing gets better until you admit that something is wrong. That's how you move from struggle to success. That's how you take ownership of your situation. So make sure, guys, number one, and I talk about investing all the time, but if you can't find money to invest, then you have to do some things differently in your finances. For the easiest way to find money to invest, y'all, is to make sure you go ahead and get out of that debt. Those interest payments that you're making on those credit cards are ridiculous. If you go through there and you actually look at it and actually calculate out the amount of money that you're paying into another company, the amount of money that you're just giving away, as opposed to the dollars that could now be invested on your behalf. See, that's how your money works for you. And these companies know that. They take advantage of the opportunity for many of us because they say, we know they like stuff, right? If we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna put it out here, we're gonna make it easy, and we're gonna do double-digit interest on these things because we know they like stuff. And it's so
Mm-hmm.
easy to get caught up in the game because we say, oh, wait a minute, I can pay this monthly payment. See, we don't look at it down the road. We look at the fact
They,
that I can pay, right?
oh, if only.
Right. It's only $300 a month. I can do that. I can do that in a $300 a month. Then this $2,000 item ends up costing you six, seven, eight, dare I say, $10,000 down the road. Was it worth it? See, until you actually look
Mm-hmm.
at those numbers, guys, you'll continue to struggle. But I'm talking about how do you move from struggle to success? Nothing gets better until you admit that something is wrong.
That's right.
So, guys, if you're ready to start talking about, thinking about, and moving, if you're ready to start moving to get to your next in your finances, I've created a 7-day course. It's the 7-day prep to investing. See, it's prep to investing because I know that a lot of us are not ready to start investing yet. There's some groundwork that has to happen. There's a financial foundation that must be built. See, that's why the 7-day prep for investing was created because everybody's not in the position to just jump out there and start moving to their next because we're still oftentimes on the struggle bus. Get off the bus.
That's right.
Get off the bus, y'all. And it doesn't matter where you are, who you are, there are things that you can do. Get
Mm-hmm.
off the struggle bus because we don't have to struggle, but we do have to do things differently. And that's where A to the men goes, JoJo. I was waiting on you.
Hey to the man. I got
Right?
you, girl.
So, guys, moving from success to struggle, there's a series of things that you have to do. It's not going to happen overnight. We just might as well own that, recognize that fact. This does not happen overnight because you did not get into this situation overnight. All of these things amass over time, and you have to also recognize that it happens over time where you'll have to pull yourself up. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Get you a group, get you somebody that's going to help you to be accountable, somebody who's staying on this journey with you. So on those days when you say it's not worth it, I can't do it, I can't get up, you'll have somebody that says, yes, get up. Dust your knees off, girl, and keep pushing. Because
Get
there are
them
things that
moving,
we must
honey.
do. Yes. There are things that we must do, guys, to keep pushing. It's about consistency. See, that's how you win the game. That's how you move from struggle to success. All right, guys, I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. My time is
You
up this
forgot your
morning.
wish.
I
Wish.
did. I did. But I didn't want to do it because the nail polish is coming off the tips right here. I didn't
Girl.
want to put a messed up nail tip up in the screen. In the screen. But yeah, y'all, I'm passing it over to my co-host this morning. But don't forget to reach out if you need to have a conversation. bit.ly, talk to Lynn, schedule time to talk to me so we can help get your situation on the right path. All right, guys, that's it for me this morning. Over to you, Miss Co-host.
All right, guys. Lynn was all in my topic today. And it's actually a continuation from what's the day? Tuesday. It's actually a continuation from Friday when I talked about what are you getting out of telling your story? And what Lynn was talking about is it's kind of the same thing. You so used to the patterns and the habits of what you're saying, girl, I'm broke. These student loans gonna be here forever. I ain't never gonna have no money. And you're so used to telling that story and getting the result of telling that story, meaning you get the reaction of, girl, me too. Oh, you ain't got no money? Here's $10. And we're used to getting the reaction from telling our story. So today on Take Action Tuesday, we want to dissect that story and break it down and find out what's really going on. What are you really telling yourself? What are you really looking for? Are you looking for somebody to help you live past crazy? And that's why you keep telling that story, because you hope someday somebody says, hey, wait a minute. You ain't got to stay in this crazy marriage, this crazy relationship. You ain't got to have crazy baby daddies, baby mamas. You don't have to have that. You can live past crazy in your money. Your account doesn't have to be negative all the time. And here's my confession. So, it's confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. So, my confession about my finances, and this is where I had to sit down and dissect my story, and it goes back to the quote that Lynn gave this morning too. It's all in your decision making, and it's in the tiny thoughts that you tell yourself every day about what is fixing to happen in your life. Okay, you got to get all the way country. So I will always say, I don't know how much money I got. I ain't got no money. Well, and I would Lynn guesstimate how much money I had in the bank. I would guesstimate it. I would never go look. I would guesstimate how much money I had. And then soon as my mama, my sister, my auntie, I hate saying auntie, my aunt would call, my girlfriends would call, I would say, girl, ma, I ain't got no money. I'm so broke. And then I would say that, and the end result was people be like, oh, JoJo, well, here's $15, here's $20. And I would take that 20 to do whatever, whatever I needed. But what was really going on? Instead of me taking the time to stop the crazy, because the first step in stopping the crazy is you just got to stop and be quiet and sit down for a minute. Instead of doing that, I was busy talking, trying to get a result from somebody. So once I sat down and started looking at my finances, and the first step for me was setting up that alert so that my bank account balance came to me every morning bright and early at 6:45. And if you want to know stress, let that ding go off. You ain't got no choice but to look at it and see how much money you got. But it also made me more aware of they're tiny thoughts, the little things you say to yourself every day about your crazy relationships, about your money, about your friends. Right. It's the little things that keep you stuck that you don't even pay attention to, that help shape the story that you want to tell so that you can get the result that you think you want. But at some point, we got to put our big girl panties on and our big boy panties on. Boys don't wear panties. Big boy pants on.
That's gross.
Yes. Put the big boy pants on and handle your business. And you got to check the story that you're telling yourself. If you're in a crazy relationship, oh, well, it's just him. It's just the way he is. I know he loved me at his core. I know he loved me, because we've been doing this thing for a long time. Nah, that ain't gonna work. That's my baby daddy. That's my baby mama. And I want to be in my kid's life. And I want to, that doesn't work, because this is what's going to happen. Your crazy will continue until you address it. And then when you start to address it, you'll find that you'll have, number one, more respect for yourself. You're going to have more confidence in your decision-making ability, because right now you're living in crazy because you're not confident in your decision-making ability. You may think you are. I got that man under control. I got that woman under control. I got my money. I know where it's at. No, it all got you. You ain't got no parts of it. So if you don't address it, if you don't start breaking down, what are you getting from what you laughing at, Lynn?
Lady said they're called briefs, girl.
Oh, look, I don't have no little boys. Everybody in this house is a girl. Lady, I cannot help y'all with that stuff. Please understand. Little boy pants, your big boy pants. Put your big boy pants. Put your briefs on. Put your tidy whities. Do people still wear those anymore? Anyway.
Please don't. Grown men, no. All right, no. I said grown men, no.
So y'all eat whatever you wear. You gotta put them on and handle your business. There's nowhere, because here's the thing. All jokes aside, we are well past grown at this point. We're in our 30s and our 40s. We're raising families and we are raising children. And remember, I told you your kids are watching. You'll develop a pattern and a habit every day, whether you want to admit it or not. And your children are watching those patterns and their habits, and they are developing based on what mama and daddy is doing. If it's okay for
Right.
daddy to do it, it's okay for me. If it's okay for mama, it's okay for me. Because my mama put it, oh, her boo thing. That is right. I forgot. Mr. Sims, tell him we said good morning. So you guys are developing habits. So you got to think about that. When you tell your story, what is the result that you're seeking? Why you continue to tell that story? And then are your
Right.
children watching you tell that story? Because this is how you know. And this was it for me. My kids was, I would say, well, Courtney and Rosie, why didn't you tell me about so and so? Come on, we knew you didn't have no money. We knew not to even ask because you didn't have no money. Let me tell you how big that'll make you feel right there when your kids can tell you your own story back to you. And they don't even bother to include you or ask you because they already know what you fixing to say. And that's saying, if that's not a wake up call, I don't know what it will be. And I was like, I don't want my kids. So if they already know my
Right.
answer, are they also picking up on my habits? So that
Right.
made me address the crazy. Oh, well, by that time I already addressed the crazy in my life, but it was time to address the crazy in my finances because I'm leaving patterns. Success leaves clues. I'm leaving clues every day. And they may think that success is working a job with a title and living paycheck to paycheck and still saying you broke. Now, is that really what I want? So then I had to really evaluate why I was telling myself this story. And it is
Right.
the when you upgrade your language, you're going to upgrade your situation. And with your language, when you start reading things and you upgrade your language and you start thinking differently, your mind is going to start asking different kind of questions. Because right now, your mind is in crisis mode. Is let me fix this problem right here in front of me,
Right.
period. It's not let me look at the next 3, 6 to 9 months and figure out where my family is going or where I'm going or what I want to do. It's not thinking that way. And then you're stressed. That causes stress, aggravation, and then you taking it out on the kids, the husband, the cat, and the dog. Ain't nobody eating because you stressed out. So you got to stop and think about. So today on this Take Action Tuesday, break down your story. Why are you telling yourself that story all the time? What are you getting from it? Is it serving you a purpose? Is it because a lot of times when you tell your story, it allows you to continue to be the victim in your story instead of being the survivor and the overcomer in your story. Because as long as I can tell you I'm broke, as long as I can tell you I got a crazy baby daddy, as long as I can tell you, whatever, then that makes me the victim. When I start changing that story, I'm no longer the victim. I have survived that. I have overcome that. So we can't talk about it. And wrapped up in that, that was Thursday's topic. It's shame. Don't let your shame stop you. Yes, that may have happened to you. You may have don't let the Dollar Tree keep you broke like it did me. $7,000 at the Dollar Tree in the dollar store menu. 7,000 in 1 year. And I'm thinking I'm broke. Girl, I had a cool $7,000. I stay out the drive-through. You know how you feed on the go? So as soon as you start to change your mind and start getting out of that victim mode, once you break your story down while you're telling it and stop playing the victim and start
Mhm.
becoming the survivor and the overcomer of your story, I promise things will start to turn around because then your focus is on something totally different than what it used to be. All right, guys, that is it for the Fearless
Right.
Thought for today and for the Fearless Morning Show. I really hope that we tell things or share things that people want to hear, that it truly helps. We just ask that you share the morning show, share it out for somebody that may need to hear it. If you know anybody that is living in crazy and they need to stop, send them on over here to the Fearless Morning Show. Because we got them, boo. Because we done been there before. If they do not have Facebook, that is the YouTube channel so they can binge watch all of the Fearless Morning shows. We are 120, today makes 125 shows strong over there. They are by title, so you can pick whatever you want them to hear. So we just ask that you share the video with your friends and your family. If Lynn, you froze over there, what happened? If you know anybody that needs to know this information, now that you know, you are charged with sharing it with somebody else. So now you've got to go share with somebody else. You froze for a minute, Lynn. I
Oh,
thought you
I
went
don't.
away.
I don't know what's going on.
Anything else you want to add before we close out?
Guys, just want to say it again, as we say every day. Thank you for taking the time to spend with us, to join us here at the Fearless Morning Show, because we know your time is your most precious commodity. You can't get those minutes back, and you decided to spend those with us, and we appreciate you for that. Also, don't forget, if you're ready to get on that solid financial foundation, don't forget to go to bit.ly/7-day prep investing so you can get started. Oh yeah, and JoJo got to tell y'all about the Be Fearless journey, because she's gonna jump out of the plane with me, y'all. Skydiving.
Listen, Lynn, you're going to have to stop jumping to the big stuff. Listen, Linda, listen. We got to start with the small stuff. So I'm trying to do something different, y'all. I'm going to try once a month, once a week. I'm going to do something different. Lynn has challenged me to the roller coaster and zip lining. She think I'm about to jump out of a plane. I'm not fixing to do that on the first day. So can I start with the baby step? So we need a group of people to come and videotape, because I'm determined that I'm going to pass out and cry. Lynn going to be too busy laughing. So we need somebody to come and videotape this thing. And I'm putting my big girl panties on. I'm facing my fear of roller coasters. And I know it's because I hate not being in control, which is one of the reasons why I hate roller. But here's the thing. I drive like I'm on a roller coaster. I got my driver from Lady, if anybody want to know. Because Lady, I used to ride with Lady, and she taught me how to drive. So if y'all want to join us, make sure you sign up right here at the Be Fearless Journey so you can stay up to date, and we will send out the invite for everybody to join us. But I will be doing a small baby, bite-sized, tiny zip line, like below beginners, like bunny size. And then the roller coaster. And I'm not getting on a big roller coaster. I wanted to ride the Scooby-Doo at the Carowinds, but she told me it's done closed down. So, broke my little heart. So I'm going to do a small roller coaster. And then we'll work our way up. So here's the thing. The whole thing of this is, if I jump out of a plane, Lynn will let me reenact Poison from Think Like a Man in Las Vegas. And she going to get up there and sing with me. So that's why I'm working my way. Yes, lady, I'm putting that on you. You know the red Mustang? Child. Woo, I used to have that thing in the wind. Please understand. With Mary J, My Life playing on the tape deck. We used to see how fast we could get from one exit to the next. And that was the good old days. All right, guys. So make sure you join up for the Fearless Journey, because we're going to need somebody to help videotape this thing, and pray for me as I get on this darn roller coaster. So, all right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Tuesday. It's Take Action Tuesday. Take some action today. Go back and listen to this video, write out your notes, and figure out what is your next steps and the things that you need to take. Lynn, did you want to give them, yesterday you gave away your 10 best stocks for right now. Did you want to do that today?
Sure, guys. If you are interested in receiving the list, yesterday we talked about the stocks that you need to be in right now. I do want to put this caveat out there. Do the research. But if you go text to 470-236-8282, you own it, JoJo. Put in stocks and your name and your email address, and I'll get that over to you guys. But I do want to say, position yourself to do the research, and don't put any money in that you cannot potentially lose, because there's risk in everything. But dare I say, there's some tremendous opportunities on this list. You just need to pay attention to it, get into ones that you feel are best for you to get into. And I'm teaching a course that's starting on August 2nd about the investing blueprint, about how do you do that? How do you actually walk through that as well? So guys, if you want that list of the 10 best stocks to own now, go to text me at 470-236-8282. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Make sure you guys get that information so you can get started living past crazy in your life and your finances. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Don't forget to share the show with your family and friends. They do have the YouTube channel so that you can copy and paste it and text it right on. And if you have any questions or any topics you would like Lynn and I to cover, please just send us a message. We usually answer fairly quickly, and we will make it one of our topics for the Fearless Morning Show. All right, guys, hope you have a great day. We'll see you here bright and early at 7:15. Have a good one.
Signing off.